And with this recording, speak a little bit about this poetry and the artistic reality in relation to my journey, the spiritual, and as well as some of the physical. And I can start with saying the persecution really ain't changed much; it just changed forms. And I became aware of a lot more than I previously, was aware of. I made a recording about this very same thing a couple weeks ago, and it just, I don't know, things worked out where I positioned. I don't know if the device, what it was, but it didn't work. It failed. But I wanted to post it to let those who care know that I was, there. Just in the atmosphere. And so it goes without saying that a lot's changed. A lot of boundaries been removed in the free world as well. Especially, it's a, what's happened in my life has been more, it's taking more of a radical approach. The spiritual warfare. So I don't do much writing these days, but I will, and that brings me to speak about my older works a little bit, because there's no, I don't really have a lot of them posted anymore. They was being removed before it was cool to do so. So I don't have a lot of them up, and I won't, because they were for a different time, in my life, and so I speak about things, more personal to me, and a lot of the subject matter were on things that I, did not want to speak about. It's a difference between having to speak and wanting to, and so a lot of things I wrote about, weren't too impressive. Because over time, you find that it's, in society, even, art is something that will always have value or worth, in the eyes of some. To me, my older works wasn't really that important, but I do have some that bring me, joy. But my newer works, the Micro Poetry Corner is still active, but I don't really interact with it much though, because of the fact that it's not it's like I speak about the things that I want to talk about, but I end up having to speak more about what was happening to me. So I had to speak to bring awareness to my circumstances, because that's the only defense I had in the situation, in a position, in a predicament I was in. So, and then I make recordings like these, and the most important ones, your time get the best of them. So, it's not really much that I have left to say that I haven't already said, throughout the years. But it's nothing really. How can I say? There's nothing that I haven't addressed already in the recording or either these poems. But there's no competition, anything between me and another, for the simple fact, there's not really any meaning to it at this point. We're at a point now, it ain't really no purpose behind doing so. The world has changed, and my life has changed, and I don't have the drive, the interest or initiative to do so, to create art, just to have it, cast it off arbitrarily. But I can make more of these recordings though, because I don't really see a point in that at this point. Spirit world. Talk a little bit about the spirit world. And, well, it's way more evident to me now than it's ever been in my life. That's for sure. I didn't understand some things I would later find out, and now I understand better. And had I had some of the understanding I got now, I would have probably created better works. Things more aligned to my interests and what I could do. So I mean, yeah. But spiritual warfare increased dramatically since the last time I was making these recordings. And I didn't know certain things were possible until later on in life. Yeah, but I'm in more of a position where I have to speak, not because I want to, but because I must. Yeah. I mean, nothing really changed too much, other than the intensity of the spiritual warfare that I was talking about. It changed form, and had I known it was like this would have been the only way that I spoke about it. Yeah, I would have spoke more about the intrinsic nature, and details of the warfare and its prevalence to me in my journey, like what it means to me as my legacy as an author. But that's what my first love was. But that's just me though. But I can make some new stuff sporadically, but it's nothing I'm gonna promise though. But to any who care though, yeah, the light is the right choice. And I love and value the paths of righteousness first and foremost before anything else. But a lot's changed though, and it's some things are not what I thought they were. But you learn more with time.